So I never got a lot of these people complaining about like smaller details. Like I didn't get to hang around with my mother, or I didn't get to go shopping with my mother, or my father was always at work. You had a father, they were around. I mean, there are bigger details. But when people want to get in these arguments or anything like that, I stay out of them. But I just had a funny thought of somebody who came up and was like, "Hey, when I went to the grocery store with my mother, she wouldn't get me any of the cereal I liked." And then I said, "Oh, really? So you got to go to the grocery store with your mother?" "Yeah, so did I, yeah." "Oh, so when I went to the grocery store with my mother, I got the cereal I liked, but then I also got 3 pills with it. And then I had to go on a different shopping trip. And while you were going on your second grocery trip to get oatmeal, because you're on your second one, I'm on a trip, a nice little grocery trip to get a needle in the arm and more pills put in my body with that cereal that I got. So just because you got the good cereal doesn't mean that you got it good. And I would be grateful that your mother bought you cereal, brought you out, brought you back home, and that's what she was concerned about. She was concerned about getting you food, saving money, and your health. Maybe because she got you the cheaper cereal, now you have a better life. But I'll tell you one thing: the things my mother did for me with that doctor shopping, that was not so I had a better life. There's one way to get your kid health care, and then there's what my mother did. And what she was doing was completely nuts. I mean, Pete, that's why teachers would argue with her. The notes were crazy. That's why total doctors would argue with her until she finally found one that would just shut up and let her do what she wanted. She would find a couple of those until we moved to another state. Dr. Rosenblum would pretty much just buy it all. I never really got to say my side. Most of the time, it was her talking and complaining about me. Then everything was about my biological mother. They would use that, and every single time I told them no, it didn't matter. My no's were non-existent. My opinion was non-existent in there. If I said that that's something that she lied about, that I'm the liar. So nothing ever really got fixed with Dr. Rosenblum. Oh, I mean, yeah, he called my twitches a tick. I have had them for 25 years. Side effects of medications. He never even looked into the medications. And he wrote a book and added me to the book. His main concern was clearing a book by us one appointment. That's not really helping us very much if we're wasting time and you're billing us to discuss a book. And if you're spending your time at home writing a book, I'm not quite sure you've spent the time listening to me to get to know me. And he wasn't. He was interested in furthering his career. And he probably did do a lot of good for a lot of kids. He was a good therapist. The only problem is that he was not good at identifying the problems with the parents or really trying to listen and understand what's going on. There was many things I said in those appointments that should have definitely had further conversations or further information. But then my mother would tell me, "Oh, that's a lie," or "Oh, that doesn't matter," or she would just change the subject, or "No, he really has a problem with his biological mother and he's just making that up." No, nothing was ever made up. That stuff wasn't made up. I mean, no, it happened. You were on the phone. I mean, I was passed out on a pile of newspapers. That happened. You admitted to the Epicac. I mean, it did take a lot of poking. At first, she did try to kind of like just deny that the Epicac thing ever happened. But as I started to get mad, she decided she couldn't lie this time. And she did come clean in front of family members. And that really hit it home for me, because then I can bring back that now she's lying and I have family members that remember it, because that's the only thing that holds her from going to straight up lies. And that was tough for me. It was tough to have somebody straight up lie and then just twist it into your lying whenever there's a problem. Whenever there was any problem, she's taking my pills, she's taking pills that she shouldn't be, she seems high, drunk, she's screaming in the car like a lunatic, she's putting me on meds, I'm reporting side effects as a child that are extremely scary and should be hospital visits, but she's just acting nonchalant. There's times where she's leaving me to die on piles of newspapers. I mean, putting extra medicines into my body, issuing me prescriptions of opiates on planes when all I need is a Tylenol. Just total crazy lunacy. And other people are seeing this too, and they're asking me about it. I got teachers asking me about crazy notes. I got doctors who look concerned, but not about my actions, about my mother's actions, asking me questions about my mother. I got total craziness. I mean, I got family members who clearly see it as well. I got my nephew who comes to me and says he's scared of my own mother. Then I realize, well, I'm scared of her too. What the fuck? Me and my nephew are both scared of a beloved family member. This is screwed up. So yeah, there was big problems there. Now she passed away. I'm over them, but I still can't get the medical care I need because her lies are still put as truths. She's still out there hurting me. What I can't believe, she's in the ground, 6 feet in the ground, and her statements are still getting me hurt today.